Welcome back, everybody, to the fourth episode of the Ruthless Attitude Podcast. I am joined here today by Mr. Death himself,
Yo, yo.
Mr. Viper, and your boy Miho. Lunar's currently not here today because he has some PC issues going on. So, it stops him from being here today. But yes, welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about some WWE stuff, some AEW stuff, and we're also going to be talking about some stuff about like us, so you guys can get to know us better and what we think about wrestling in some aspects. But yes, how are we feeling, boys? How we doing? I know Viper, you're kind of sick, right?
Yeah, I'm sick. Sorry, everybody, but I didn't want to miss this episode again, or this episode this early. So if you hear me coughing or trying to catch my breath, I do apologize for all that, but I didn't want to miss it. But I'm here.
He's a fucking trooper, y'all. How you feeling, Def? How you doing, bro?
I'm straight. Just getting ready for everything that's going on this weekend. But I'll talk more about that later on separate stuff. And also with the announcements and stuff going on today.
Hell yeah! All right. Well, first announcement for today. For everybody watching, in case you guys want to watch some of our other content, we are starting to roll out more content. That's currently in the works. Like reaction stuff was handled by Mr. Viper. We finally finalized who does what. Viper will be doing that. Reaction content, any memes and stuff will be Lunar and I, and any gaming will be primarily Lunar, but Lunar will also be working on other aspects of the content as well as give me a second, sorry, I was about to cough hella loud. As well as we have a schedule for who will be tweeting out and posting on socials. For those wondering, Monday and Tuesday is Lunar, Thursday and Friday is Viper, Saturday is Death, and Sunday is me. The reason it's like this is because meanwhile these boys are tweeting out, I'm over here dealing in the background with perfecting, making sure everything looks nice and neat, as well as Death's doing the same thing.
Yep.
Anywho, moving on to the first topic today is going to be the ongoing rumors of the WWE shelving the ongoing Bloodline storyline. And honestly, I feel like they fucking shouldn't do that. But who am I to judge, right? They do stupid shit 24/7. But what do you think, Dev?
Of course, I feel like it is a stupid thing for them to do, but yeah, I mean, they should actually be working on the storyline they're currently working on. I get it that they don't want like the continuation of things to carry over into their current storyline and bleed over and stuff like that, but I mean, it is what it is. What are we gonna do? We can't really do anything. So
Yeah, I get that. I personally I don't want them to shelf it, and I feel like if they do shelf it, they're gonna disappoint all of us.
and
There's
but
no go
like we
for it,
have
my bad.
to we have to like talk more into the storyline they're shelving. The storyline that they're actually shelving is the Sami Zayn going in with Jey Uso and all that other stuff. So people are thinking that's going to bleed over. That's the only aspect of that they're going to be shelving. So we'll see.
We will see. I mean, hopefully they don't do anything and it just keeps on going. Because I mean, shit, you saw the results of Night of Champions. You saw how everything's going. Everybody's in love with this story, and it's probably
Hmm.
one of the best storylines we've gotten. And a pretty, I could argue this is probably one of the best storylines we had since The Rock and Stone Cold. Shit, or like since Eddie's stories. It's
Yeah.
been a good minute because the storylines, low key, in my opinion, in the WWE recently, as of recent history, have sucked. I mean, the pandemic era had nothing to go for it. They were mediocre at best, and these couple years that just passed, they've all just been kind of slow. And this Bloodline story has been going for a good minute. I mean, shit. What do you think, Viper?
I'm loving this. I've always loved the Bloodline storyline. I've disliked them for how long they've gone, but I've always loved the storyline itself. The way it's going right now, I actually love the way it's going right now.
Right, dude. And then we
I'm
have the
loving it.
involvement of the family.
Yeah,
Like,
like I'm really hoping, like you said, like we talked about last week. What if Rikishi just steps in and says hi, or says something, to Roman or to the brothers? Or what if Rikishi steps in and picks Roman's side and says the brothers need to be on Roman's side?
Hmm.
Stuff like that. There could be stuff like that. Who knows? There's so many possibilities now. Now with Solo hitting the Samoan Spike on Jimmy to his brother, his actual blood brother, There's so much that can go on now.
I mean, shit. Did you see him when he? Did you see the picture he posted on Twitter of the picture of all of them? It was like Sammy,
Yeah.
Jimmy, and Jay, and then they had X's over Jimmy and Sammy, and only Jay's the last one, I think.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yep.
I am invested in the story. I mean, granted, it's all fucking pre-done. It's all whatever you want to say. We all know. Fucking, I've heard this argument millions of times. But this story is fucking entertaining, bro.
Yeah.
like it.
So I mean, hey, we'll fucking see. But as per something that's not doing so well story-wise as AEW's viewership after Double or Nothing, I mean that pay-per-view was it was garbage. It was bad, and I see why their viewership is tanking, and it's only gonna go further down. I mean, what do you think, Dev? What can they do to change this?
Can they do to change it? Actually start using their pillars in a better way. Jungle Boy hasn't held a major title since the tag team titles. Jungle Boy, they haven't even been doing much with him. They're now switching between names with him, so it's Jungle Boy Jack Perry, which is the world's longest name ever in a fucking wrestling ring. And then on top of that, you got Orange Cassidy doing his thing. I feel like Orange Cassidy has been carrying AEW as of recently with all of his matches that he has been having going on. Yeah, I get it. Blackpool Combat Club has been doing their thing, but it's been mostly in New Japan that they've been having bangers left and right. And then MJF, yeah, he's doing his thing, but he even said he's getting stale of this shit. Like, he doesn't like it. He even told Tony Khan to put muffs on his ears because he didn't want Tony Khan to hear that he might just take his ball and go home. In quotes, what CM Punk has said in his pipe bomb. He said, I'm not going to go to another company. He's like, maybe I will, maybe I won't. He's like, Nick Khan has been hitting me up. Triple H has been hitting me up. But honestly, I just feel like taking my ball and going home, not wrestling whatsoever, and just tarnishing the legacy of this belt. So I feel like that's going on. And then Darby Allin, he's going to be off of TV for a while because he's climbing Mount Everest. So there's
Just
that
hope he
going
doesn't
on.
fucking die.
Yeah, he's making a will. He's literally.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Tell people have died from climbing that bitch. Let's hope he doesn't. I mean,
Yeah.
shit. It's been. I feel like Double or Nothing was such a fucking was such a disaster that people are like, this is what we're watching. And I mean, dude, like we said in the last podcast, it was a fucking mid-ass pay-per-view. And if it wasn't for, in my opinion, once again, if it wasn't for that battle royale and the four-pillar main event, like, holy shit, that pay-per-view would have gone down as the worst pay-per-view of all time.
For sure. Definitely.
Horrible. Garbage. Should have been botch after botch after botch. Should have been just scheduled way better.
Honestly, yeah, dude, it should have. I mean, fuck, man.
At this point, I feel like they're sorry to cut you off, Mio. At this point, I feel like their non-pay-per-views are doing way better than their pay-per-views right now.
Yeah, I feel like their build-ups are lackluster. I don't know.
And then on top of that, there's like with the stuff going on in the locker room, like Chris Statlander didn't even want to beat Jade Cargill.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I feel like the sense of direction has kind of died for them. I mean, hopefully they refind it. I mean, that return of CM Punk, moving on to the next topic, was it was hyped up. But what's been going around is, even though he's been announced for the AEW Saturday Collision shit, they're failing to make more ticket sales, bro. Like, this is just pertaining back to their downfall after Double or Nothing. I mean, it's all AEW, right?
Yeah, it's definitely all AEW on that end. Even when they announced him in the video game, they thought it was going to move more sales for the video game. But a lot of people are going after the fact that you guys already made him look bad. You guys accomplished what you guys set out to do. Make him look bad. I get it. There was drama in the locker room, but you guys didn't have to put that out there. You guys could have kept kayfabe, kept face, and said, yeah, he's going to be injured for a while. He could come back at this time, yada, yada, yada. But now, since everything's out there, you guys made him look like a bad guy, and now it's it's affecting your ticket sales. I mean, honestly, what you guys could have done to save face is exactly what I said. You guys could have just said, yeah, he's injured, or he's doing a movie, or he's doing something else with his wife, or something like that. But you guys just tanked it to the point where now it's affecting your ticket sales. Now you have wrestlers that don't even want to be on the show. You have threateners threatening to walk out and doing a whole bunch of other stuff like that. So, I mean, it just sucks for the company to do something in that aspect and element where it trickles over.
Hopefully they get their shit together, bro. Because honestly, like, I have high hopes for AEW, and I was talking that Viper about this the other night. I'm like, AEW isn't going anywhere realistically, but man, if they don't get their shit together, Tony Khan's dad's gonna pull the plug on this shit. Because I mean, they're all fucking billionaires over there, but if they're not bracketing in those ticket sales, like, what's the point?
He's gonna
Mhm.
be he's gonna be losing money more than he's gonna be making it. So what's the point of
Right.
keeping it open?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I mean, hopefully they do get their shit together. But holy fuck, it's been downhill for AEW in revenue, and that's that's kind of detrimental to them. I mean, granted, they will be getting a lot of money out of these TV deals, but fucking ticket sales are also very important.
Yeah.
And it looks like they no longer can use CM Punk has no effect anymore on sales. Like initially when he did come back, he did because it was like, oh shit, CM Punk's coming back to wrestling. But now that he's back and he's been exploited or whatever the fuck you want to give the words to, it's like, uh, it's been downhill. He's not their golden goose anymore. I mean, shit. What do you think,
not.
Viper?
No, he's not their golden goose anymore. He's to me, CM Punk's old news now. When he first arrived at AEW, shit hit the fan. Oh my
100%.
god!
Yeah.
It was the viewer ratings were up. Everybody's like, "Oh, CM Punk's back, let's go," But now it's just like, okay, this is old news. Give us something newer. Give us something better. Give us something that we want.
Yeah.
Yeah, CM Punk is still CM Punk, yes, but it's something that we've seen recycled.
Mhm.
Something we've seen.
I mean, dude, and then not only that, there's the whole talk about AEW taking measures to prevent talent from walking out ahead of CM Punk's return, and CM Punk's known for leaving, and the dude left. He came back, and this just creates a whole concept of, oh, you can fucking leave when you want, and you can come back. And I'm glad they're taking the measures, but holy fuck, bro! Like I said, going back to my original statement, AEW is going downhill. It's a fucking mess, in my
The problem,
opinion.
I feel like they're focusing on 2 or 3 wrestlers going big, making them the heel, making them come back or whatever they're doing, and not focusing on everybody else,
Mhm.
not building character for everyone else.
Yeah.
Their focuses are in different aspects, and it's showing I don't know, lack of ownership, lack of creative.
Creativity. I'll go
Yeah.
with creativity. Yeah.
I mean, shit, what do you think they're gonna do, Dev? Like, what is your opinion on this?
Honestly, yeah, they taken measures to prevent talent walking out of like CM Punk's return. But you got to think like Tony Khan is trying to do everything himself. I get it. He tries to put everything for the wrestlers to do for themselves, but he literally writes everything down in a notebook. And this has been shown at a press conference and in Beyond the Elite, where literally he'll just walk around with a notebook and say, "Hey, I got you going against this person, and you're going to be going against this person the very other week where it's going to set up a storyline for this," and he's just writing it all down in a notebook. It's not an official and legit thing where he's like, okay, I'm working with creative, I'm working with the wrestler. He's not talking to the wrestlers about this. He's just saying, hey, what do you think about this? He's like a little kid trying to play GM mode on SmackDown versus Raw 06. And it's not really looking that good. Yeah, dude, I love the aspect and element of AEW. I love the wrestlers that are involved with it. I love the product, but they're using it all the wrong way. If they use everything the correct way, like it's supposed to be, like they had banger shows when it was COVID and the pandemic, or even when they were bringing back the crowds. When I went to that one show in Charlotte, when it was Chris Jericho versus Nick Gage, it was a completely different environment. Like, everything felt electric. Now you look at the TV and nobody really wants to watch. Before they used to keep up with SmackDown, and now they're only averaging 200,000, 400,000 viewers. So it's not
It's,
really looking that good.
do you think it's time for them to include new management?
I feel like they should, honestly. They need to get at least some legends involved in the game.
Hold on, player. Hold on, player.
Teddy Long about to switch.
You are going one-on-one with the Undertaker. He ain't here. Wait, what?
Isn't Paul White, aka Big Show, and Mark Henry, aren't they also part of management?
No, they're only like mentors. So they'll tell wrestlers what they're doing wrong, but they're not involved with storylines or anything.
I feel like they could include them because I know those two have some pretty good noggins for storytelling, and I feel like Tony Khan should really take should really like sign people to help him write these storylines, man, because he has a great product in hand, and he's just, you can only do so much as a solo act, but when you have helping hands that have the same dream as you or same desire, you can boost something to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I feel like he should definitely start taking a different approach and start bringing on people to help him write this shit. Because, man, he has something on his hands that could really, really tear down the industry. I mean, shit, we have Ring of Honor, New Japan, and AEW working together, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That is astronomical. That is a beauty. We've seen some banger matches. And me, as someone who grew up only on WWE without knowing about these other companies and seeing this blows my mind. This is great.
Sure.
So, I mean, hopefully they get their shit together. Tony Khan's hired some sort of management that helps them because, dude, fuck, man. It's just, it's been downhill, and let's hope this is not a repeating, sequence of events.
Yeah.
What do you think, Viper?
Honestly, what? Sorry, go ahead. What?
I was like, I feel like you want to add on.
No, I honestly don't want to. I said what I had to say on this. It's they just need to focus on other things, on other talent. And I completely agree with you guys on bringing new management in. I feel like Paul White would be perfect for that role, and just to bring in some extra love, more vibrant.
But something more upscale now. We have, Daniel Bryan challenges. I can't say his fucking first name, so I'm not even gonna try. Okada. Okay, well, whatever he said, chat. My face ass. To a match at AEW X New Japan Wrestling Forbidden Door. Honestly, I watched the video for Bryan Danielson, and I enjoyed it. And honestly, I'm looking forward to this. This is gonna be a fucking banger. These are two amazing athletes, and hopefully this does. I mean, shit. This is probably gonna be a banger because New Japan mainly does bangers. We all kind of know that. So hopefully this helps. But hopefully this helps AEW and create some sort of push to catapult them into a better position. I think that's what I think. What do you think, Dev?
I feel like this match would catapult New Japan more than AEW. AEW, yes, I get it. It's their show, Forbidden Door. But then I feel like New Japan, it's only been helping them in the long run, honestly. New Japan has been getting more viewers. They put out their own subscription service where even if you're American, you can watch their shows. Even within the UK, they've been translating their shows in English. They got an English announce and commentary team. And it's been to the point where New Japan has been taking off way more than AEW. And I feel like Bryan Danielson, this is what he wanted. Originally in his contract as well, he has stated that he wants to work with New Japan, and he's finally getting what he wanted. But I feel like if he gets this taste of what he wants, this
He's gonna
isn't.
leave.
Yeah, he's gonna leave. This is not going to stay. AEW New Japan thing. He's gonna show up at Wrestle Kingdom. He's gonna show up at the other V1 classics and other stuff like that, where he's not going to be an AEW wrestler anymore. He's going to go to New Japan. He'll go to Wrestling Pro Noah. He'll go to every other promotion around the world, and he'll just keep on doing what he's doing. Where until eventually we'll see him possibly go back to AEW, or you never know, he might just jump back ship like Cody did and go to WWE.
He ain't going back to WWE.
Never
Hell
know.
No. I know, no.
That's what they said about Cody.
Yeah, it's true, but I don't know. I feel like that's a whole other story. I don't feel like he's going back, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, shit, you never know. A lot of wrestlers say, I'm not going back to WWE. Money talks, motherfuckers. Money does talk. And a lot of people, just for money, they'll go back and do it. I mean, hey, New Japan has definitely gone uphill. They're getting a lot more exposure. I feel like a lot of people, specifically in the US, we're more we know more about WWE than we do about these other companies and territories, because that's what we grew up on. And so definitely now with these new aspects being introduced and these new companies come to light in like the US and other territories, like New Japan is definitely one of those companies that are going uphill, because they're getting that exposure, and I feel like AEW is giving it to them. And that's a good point that you brought up. I didn't really think about it. This will definitely help New Japan a lot more. And I mean, this is where New Japan gets to showcase their wrestlers and catapult themselves. Shit, we might not even expect it. New Japan might be like to the point where they take over and they do better than AEW. Next thing you know, New Japan's competing and taking down WWE. You never fucking know.
That shit could happen. Hey, I could see that happening.
Or possibly they could go back to the way things used to be, where there used to be a New Japan and WWE championship together.
Yeah. I mean, it's a world of opportunities, and it's a new age where shit's happening way too fast for me to pay attention.
Especially when I'm sick. Yeah. Especially when I'm sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, and starts dying on the spot. I'm fucking dead.
Call 911. Ah.
But yeah, I mean, shit. Didn't Claudio, and for those who do not know, Claudio Cesaro and Johnny Moxley, didn't they show up also to one of the New Japan shows?
Yeah, they were actually the ones that announced Bryan Danielson. They're the ones who brought the video package. So before all that was happening, after the match, he's like, okay, we beat you guys. Now we have somebody from the BCC that wants to call out Okada. And then that's when they showed the video package. And that's what showed at the show, where he's just walking through the desert. And he's like, yeah, I'm the desert. You're the Rainmaker. Yeah.
So the thing is, I watched part of the announcement at the beginning, but then I looked for the video instead, so I didn't really watch the rest of it. And since my dumbass barely just knows about New Japan's like subscription, I haven't bothered getting it. So, but I mean, shit. You know who I want to see? I don't know if they have. Has Claudio and John, have they teamed up yet?
Yeah, that was the event they teamed up in.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
See, that goes to show everybody I don't have access to these other shits.
Nor do I.
We'll find it together one day, Viper.
Promise.
Hulu. No, I'm kidding.
Shut the fuck up. What the fuck? I didn't expect these things.
Fusion, ha!
But I mean, okay, moving on. We have, moving back to WWE, because we've been talking about these other companies. We have Bron Breakker challenging Seth Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship on NXT. Yeah, that's
Let's
sick.
fucking go, Braun, dude. Yes, I'm so excited for this one.
And the thing is, it's going to be a NXT exclusive match.
That's great. That's gonna push more for NXT. That's good, dude. I love Braun. Let me tell you, his thing's not a spear, that's a bullet. But that's besides the point. That's a great match.
Bro, that's gonna be an amazing match.
That's gonna be a 5-star match. I'm calling it now. It's gonna be a 5-star match.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then there's Carmelo Hayes lingering in the background too, so it could be champion versus champion. That would be a banger match too.
Fuck Carmelo.
I like anybody that isn't Goldberg.
No, that's not true. I like Seth Rollins. I like Bron.
Mm-hmm.
Bron Breakker is amazing. Are you kidding me?
I like his mustache now too.
Dude, Bron Breakker is literally one of the most devastating fucking champions and wrestlers in NXT right now.
Oh yeah,
he
100%.
is a fucking workhorse. He demolishes his enemies. He's Goldberg 2.0. Let's put it that. God damn it! No, don't say it, Miho.
He's Scott Steiner 2.0, but okay.
Thank you, Scott Steiner 2.0. That's even better.
I was about to say Goldberg. I was like, he's more of the Steiners. I mean, didn't he introduce the Steiners into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, his father is literally Scott Steiner's brother. So
yeah, his dad is Rick Steiner and his uncle is Scott Steiner.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't get called up during the draft. But I mean, shit. Now he's getting this. I feel like this could honestly catapult his career.
How well he does? Yeah, it will.
Okay, let's put it hypothetically. This match goes well. They bring him up to main roster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who do you put him? Do you see him feuding with a major talent, or do you see him going for a specific title belt?
What, Roman going to the specific title belt.
No, I see him going against Grayson.
No, I don't think they would. Do I want him to? Yes, but I don't think they would.
I see him going for Grayson. Yeah, I see him going for Grayson Waller first because they have unfinished business from NXT. Grayson just up and left because he got drafted. And then directly after that, then he goes after a major title. But I see him going after Grayson first. They have their matches. I mean, they've had 5-star matches within the pay-per-views, especially when they were going for the NXT title. Braun has beaten him, twice already? So it's to the point where now they could have that third match. They can complete the trilogy, and then he moves on to, i.e., he could go after Seth's title again, but this time on a bigger stage, a pay-per-view. Or he could go after Roman, where it could be Spear versus Missile. So
Spear versus fucking Missile.
So it could be one of those things. And I could also see it where, Roman, he comes out with Alpha and Sika, and then Braun, he comes out with his father and his uncle.
Yo, low key, I'd be, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And those are honestly, all big guys. I would freaking choke.
they're fucking dude.
Myself.
Braun just he deserves to be catapulted onto the main roster already. Dude's fucking great. He
just needs to change that damn singlet.
I'm about to have a wardrobe malfunction like fucking Seth.
For real.
Fucking I feel like honestly, if he does get catapulted into the main roster, I feel like he should. I don't know why, but I see a feud with Gunther being entertaining as fuck. I don't know. I feel like him and Gunther would be a really good feud.
Positive.
That'd be a brawl. That'd be a fucking brawl.
Another match I would like to see, besides that, would be him versus Kevin Owens, because I think they could tear the house down with that.
Oh, I mean, Kevin Owens alone can tear the house down, and Braun himself can tear the house down. Put them together, they're gonna tear the fucking country down.
Yeah, it's gonna be an AC 130.
Why don't we put Braun versus Braun though?
Wait, what?
What? Braun Strowman. That's not probably gonna happen.
Not for a while. He's only got his leg is 15% paralyzed, dude.
You saw my segue there, bitch. I was waiting for you to take it.
Yeah, that's 15% paralyzed, and that being with that, I mean, that's just gonna be a shitty situation. He's gonna be walking like the Great Khali.
Shut the fuck up! I did not expect you to say that.
I mean, it's true though.
Well, like, why is it 15% paralyzed? Like, what happened? I didn't really read into it. I just heard about it.
He got his C5 and C4 vertebrae fused together because his spine was all jacked up due to wrestling, and he hasn't had it fixed ever since. So he got into a surgery where he posted a video recently too. I think it's on YouTube. He posted a video and it's showing in great detail them even doing the surgery. Like they show the actual surgery, them cutting his spine, everything, fusing it,
Wait,
the
you
whole
can see
nine.
like his actual spine and everything?
Yeah, you can see his actual spine. Like they're cutting it's
What the fuck?
it's like, you know how there's like a film around your skin? They cut
Yeah.
the film, they're carving at the spine and everything like that. Like they're showing everything, he's putting
What
his
the
thumbs up. It's a whole crazy situation. And then he
What
goes
in
and
the fucking
tweets
live
out.
leak?
Yeah, he tweets out afterwards that he has lost 15% feeling in his leg. So I feel like that may or may not end his career, but if he does walk, he's going
Hopefully
to be
not,
walking
man.
like he has a wedgie. So,
Hopefully not, because honestly, even though I didn't really enjoy Braun early on, because Braun was Goldberg 2.0, fucking injuring everybody. No, more like Ryback, but that's not the point. I enjoy him now, especially the shit he's doing with Ricochet. That shit
mhm.
was fucking funny. When he fucking threw him, fucked it up next week. Wait. I got you. You sure? Okay. Fucking just like blesses himself and then throws him. That shit was great. I love this new Braun.
Sure.
Hopefully that's not the case though, dude. I fuck, man. But like a video of his like the surgery?
It's a complete video of his surgery. Like they only showed the most gruesome parts. He literally made sure to only put the most gruesome parts in there, and he put a warning on the video too. So they said like, if you're squeamish and stuff, do not watch this.
Where can I watch this?
It's mainly on Twitter. It's
It's
on
on
his
Twitter?
account. Yeah, it's on Twitter mainly. It's on his account. You just got to scroll down a little bit.
Braun, does he go by Braun Strowman on fucking Twitter?
Adam Sure. That's his actual name.
Adam
Sure.
Sure.
SCH.
I'm sitting here trying to look this up. We're in the middle of a podcast. What the fuck are we doing?
You mean what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, sorry, dude. I got invested. I wanted to see some live leak shit. No,
100%.
but yeah, dude. I mean, fuck. But you know, all things aside, we had The Rock's daughter having her first win in NXT. Holy shit! What do you think about that? Def?
I mean, it's about damn time. I mean, she finally had her first match. She's been in NXT for what, 3-4 years? And after setback with training and having major knee surgeries on both knees, and then directly after that she had like an ankle injury, and it was just injury after injury after injury, and now she finally has her first match. Of course, you already know The Rock and the rest of his family, and you know she's going to be getting advice from her cousins that are also in WWE as well. They're going to tell her how it is, and the match, it was pretty good. I mean, I was expecting it to be straight ass. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I mean, I was expecting it to be straight ass, but in the long run, I feel like this match is going to help her. And next week, if they have her going against somebody else that's really good, or they're just gonna keep on giving her squash match after squash match where she goes against Tiffany Stratton, then I mean, it goes into that equation where she's going to be in the main roster no time soon. I could see her going, possibly joining Bloodline 2.0 with Roman and Solo. So that could happen. Who knows?
I mean, hopefully it goes uphill because you know this is her first. Just to clarify, everybody, this is her first win. It's not her first match. It's her first win.
But in NXT Live TV, it's her first match.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, shit. Are you excited for what's to come from the Great One's daughter, Weber?
Nope, don't give a shit. Nope, sorry. Don't give a shit. 3 years, seriously? I mean, yeah, you've had surgery after surgery. Like, that sucks. I'm sorry. But 3 years? Where's the build up now? Like, there is no build up. You could, I mean, you could have had a great promo.
She's 21 though.
Yeah, I know.
Bitch, she is 1 year older than me.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. her team is straight ass though. Like I already forgot what her damn team name is, and they say it every single time on NXT. What was it? Schism?
I don't even remember her in-ring name.
It's all I
The
know
Pebble.
is all I know is her real name is Simone. We're just gonna call her Simone. Like
Her name
Is
is
it wait,
Ava.
is it
Her
Ava
ring-
Rain? Ava Rain?
yeah, Ava Rain. Yeah.
Okay.
And her thing is called the Schism, by the way.
Yeah.
Wait,
No,
her what's called the what?
Her faction is the Schism, whatever the fuck.
that sounds like an HPV virus. I don't like it.
That's like you'd pick up someone from the hospital with a dirty needle.
For real.
Shit.
They're like, you got the schism. Nah, I don't like that. But it's just
No,
one of the.
no one's ever won from that group. No, I'm gonna die.
But
Oh no!
you get the schism from the bloodline.
Stop!
Oh my lord! But moving on to some more some unfortunate news now. The Iron Sheik did pass away earlier today. R.I.P. to one of the greats.
For sure.
Fucking fuck the wildfires.
Fuck wildfires.
Yeah, it was
Fuck the
last
Hulk
week,
Hogan.
yeah.
And
Dude.
yeah,
Man.
it's just
That's-
unfortunate news.
For those wondering, also remember this goes up on Thursdays. We record on Wednesdays. I passed away early Wednesday, and it fucking sucks. I mean, the dude is old already. It was gonna happen eventually, but rest in peace. We've lost some great ones this year so far,
Mhm.
and I mean, it's only gonna continue to happen because it's just the circle of life. And condolences to the family.
Sure.
But yeah, and other things. Let's just speak about the Iron Sheik. You know those clubs he had?
Yeah, the Kali clubs where you had to put them over your head.
Yeah, that motherfucker's crazy with that shit, bro.
Also,
I will-
1960s Olympian too. You got to think about that. So that's why he was doing stuff like that.
It was crazy. I mean, all these wrestlers from like back in the 20th century, they were all Olympians or like freak athletes that were doing crazy shit. Like we didn't have wrestlers that were like just fucking movie stars, The Rock. But you know what I'm saying? Like we had actual like athletes, and these dudes were doing crazy shit. They were winning Olympics. They were fucking around with like heavy ass clubs and fucking twirling them up in the fucking sky. They were
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
winning Olympic gold with a fucking broken neck. You know what I'm saying?
100%. And now they're trying to do the same thing with Gable Stevenson, who's straight ass too and a rapist. But
Oh.
yeah.
Well, shit. Fucking
Yeah,
but
the
yeah.
Iron Sheik was one of the best.
Didn't he have that whole segment also with Sergeant Slaughter?
Yeah. he had Sergeant Slaughter turn over from America to Iran.
That shit was great. Speaking about the sergeant, have you guys been seeing that drama online with
No.
Lacey Evans,
God, and his
Slaughter
daughter.
daughter, and Sergeant
Mm.
Slaughter?
But people don't get that she was an actual military sergeant. Like she was in the
The Marines.
Marines. Yeah, she was in the Marines. Like if they were to actually make another Marine movie, the only two people that would come to mind to actually do the movie because they were actual Marines are Randy Orton and Lacey Evans.
I mean, I understand, but people are also saying like what the daughter was saying and Sergeant saying that she stole the Cobra Clutch and now the hat. Like, come on, bro. If you're in the military, that hat thing is it's the thing. That's the kind of hat you wear.
It's a
Right?
given. Yeah, it's a given.
Yeah.
Especially if you were that rank.
Yeah, I mean, dude, especially just like you said it, the hat's gonna happen, and then the Cobra Clutch, dude. Come on, it's just a submission. Everybody's gonna steal a move. I mean, shit. If we're gonna talk about people stealing moves, let's talk about Dominic doing the frog splash, or Logan Paul stealing everyone's fucking finishers every match he does, or let's talk about fucking what's his face stealing what the fuck's his name? KO stealing the stunner. Every wrestler, there's so many moves, and we're only limited to certain moves. That moves are gonna be stolen,
Of
and
course.
and I feel like they took it the wrong way, and Lacey was paying homage to him, and I feel like they just took it up the ass, in my opinion.
For sure.
But I mean, hey, whatever it is, salute her. Face ass.
And I like how everybody just forgot about her last storyline, which was supposedly she got impregnated by Ric Flair.
fucking Rick, bro. Let's forget and move on, shall we? Oh my god! I mean, not only that, like I said, the stolen move shit, bro. Sergeant wasn't even the first one to do it. I think wasn't it fucking Iron Sheik as well?
What, the Cobra Clutch? Yeah, it was the Iron
Yeah.
Sheik. It was the Iron
Yeah.
Sheik, and before him, it was Luthez.
Okay, then why are we gonna talk about stolen moves? Like, bro, it's not even your move either.
Yeah. But their thing is, they're like, oh, I'm the one who made it famous. It's the same thing with The Rock saying jabroni. Even The Rock has said it when the Iron Sheik has passed away. He's like, yeah, they put it in the lexicon that I said the word jabroni, but it actually wasn't me. It was my Uncle Sheik. He's the one who actually said the word jabroni. I'm the one that made it famous, but he's the one who invented it.
Yeah, I feel like so many wrestlers, and listen, for everybody listening, we are the most realist motherfuckers you'll find around. We're gonna say it as it is, and people are not gonna like our opinions. Too damn bad. Honestly, what what did you say, sick boy?
I don't give a fuck.
But dude, yeah, like, come on, man, don't bitch about it. It's wrestling. Hand down the stick. Let ACW do her thing. At least that's my opinion on it. People are gonna hate me for it. Sergeant, I hope if you do listen to this, don't take my follow away on Twitter. I love you.
Yeah, same with me too.
Same with me, 3. Yeah, don't take my follow away, please. I love you, Sergeant Slaughter.
And then we could move on with that. Also, I heard there's been drama going on with Keith Lee, Mia Yim, and Hit Row. That's been going on Twitter. They're talking about how Swerve has been using all of them.
Really?
Yeah, Swerve Strickland has been using all of them. And they were like, Swerve used Hit Row like he's using Keith Lee. You should know Mia. And she was like, don't get me a part of this. And then it was just like one big thing on the internet where Keith Lee was like, oh, you're getting into internet trouble again.
Dude, I speaking about Keith Lee, I just told Viper yesterday that Keith Lee and Michin, the OC female member, are a couple. Bro, that motherfucker did not.
Yeah, they're married.
Viper, what did you say?
How are all these 5s pulling these 10s? What the fuck?
Yeah, they're
Bro,
married.
I didn't know because I was scrolling through TikTok, right? And I came across a video that she was doing with AJ Styles, and I clicked on her profile. And then I saw one of her pin things was like a video of her and her husband. By the way, Keith Lee looks old as fuck right now. Keith Lee,
Man, looks like
bro,
Thomas Edison.
you right? He has all that white hair. Keith Lee, I love you, bro. Dye that hair, man. You're looking older. That you're doing disrespect to yourself. Don't
And
let that
then
happen.
AJ Francis, I know you follow me on Twitter. I just want to say, I feel like, yeah, he was kind of using y'all because man literally just switched whole ass brands and shows. But yeah, no, shit crazy.
AJ Francis, I love you, bro. If you're down here in LA, bro, let's go grab some grub.
For real, for
You know
real.
what I'm saying? I'll buy you a messy burger. I got you, bro, face ass. But yeah,
100.
moving on. I said we were gonna talk about ourselves. Let me ask the boys a question here. So people get to know you guys better. Who is your guys' favorite wrestler and why? I'll start off with you first, Mr. Viper. I think we all know the answer to this, but still answer it.
You know, I feel like you're singling me out for no reason, just to hate on me. So you know what? I'm gonna say it anyway. Goldberg.
You cut out
Is my-
so hard, my guy.
Goldberg's my favorite wrestler. Has been since I was a kid, man. I don't know, his persona was like literally just go in and kick ass and take names and leave. Don't say anything. Back in the day, and I
So
really
you like those
loved
wrestlers
that. I
that
love
just kind
that.
of kicked ass and called it a day.
Yes, I loved that. Because back then I hated the talking. Just get on with the fight. Like, please, for the love of God. You know, granted, the talking now is much, much worse. But, of course, story. But, like, Goldberg would just go in there. His music would be playing. Escorted by cops, security. Stand in the what are those called? He'd stand on the ramp, getting hit by those fucking I can't remember what they're called. Whatever. Then he'd come out, don't talk, kick ass. 20 seconds later, done, leave, no interview.
Mm-hmm.
Just I don't know. Something about that back in the day was just my favorite. Loved it.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay. What is your favorite and why?
My guy goes by 3 names, and I'm gonna say the first 2, and then I'll say the final one. And you'll be like, wait, what? Fergal Devitt is.
Wait, what?
Fergal Devitt, also known as Prince Devitt, also known as Finn Balor, is my favorite wrestler.
Oh. Of all time?
Not of all time, currently. Of all time, that would be Eddie Guerrero.
Okay.
The reason being for right now is because I kept up with him his whole entire career. When he was in ICW, when he was in New Japan, when he was the junior champ, when he used to come in freaking painted like Venom and Carnage and Spider-Man and Spawn. My favorite one was the Spawn one. Literally, they had a whole entire wrestling match inside the middle of Mall of America. They had, when that thing happened and I saw that match, I was like, yo, this dude is legit. I can't wait for him to be signed to WWE. Lo and behold, that same match, he got signed to WWE. He went to NXT, and then that's when they changed his name from Prince, and they even showed it on the screen. It said Prince Devitt, and then it changed from Prince Devitt to Finn Balor. And then that's how that happened. But he kept the demon persona from the previous runs of iterations and stuff like that when he was in New Japan. And it's...
You mean that the same demon that got 14 stitches across his fucking head at WrestleMania?
Hell yeah. And he'll do it again.
You mean the same demon that lost the WWE title the next night because of injury?
Yep. But you got to see his old stuff.
Because of wrestlers.
But you got to think, it's like literally injury you cannot prevent. Literally, that was something that he literally got thrown into the guardrail. He landed wrong because Seth was a little bit too far. So you got to do one of those things. But if we're talking about all time, Eddie Guerrero, one of the greats. He has always been one of the greats, going back from WCW all the way down to when he used to wrestle down in El Paso, and he used to wrestle for WCW and the other territories too, and then going on into WWF, and then just expanding into WWE. It was one of those things where he would go back and forth between Rey Mysterio, Conan, and just all the greats. So seeing that, and then his tragic passing in 2005, of course, I was forced to choose another wrestler. My parents even told me, who's your favorite wrestler? I said Eddie Guerrero. They were like, well, he passed away. You're going to have to find a new one. And that's literally how it was for me. So it went from Eddie Guerrero to John Cena, from John Cena to Finn Balor, because, you got to keep up with the current wrestlers. So,
oh, of course. I mean, for me, I feel like it's pretty evident who I've always liked. Growing up, it was always Undertaker, dude. I have this signature belt that Mr. Lunar bought for me as a birthday present. I've loved the Dead Man, dude.
Mm-hmm.
The Dead Man was great. The Dead Man kept that gimmick going, and he was different. He's the only one that really caught my attention the most. And up until his retirement, I fucking love the guy. Being able to see him perform his one Dead Man show, the comedy thing, that's great, dude. And I never got to see The Undertaker perform in the ring, but I fucking loved it. I was mesmerized by his work, his craft, his persona. And outside, like, now that we get to know Mark Calloway, he's an amazing fucking guy. He's someone I would love to have a one-on-one conversation with. But if we talk now, current wrestlers, sorry, fucking throat's dying. But my current favorite wrestler, come on, give it to the man.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. No.
Courtesy of the man. You know what I'm saying? Dude, LA Knight's great. His fucking gimmick's amazing. He's over. He's over. He's over.
You literally named yourself LA Knight in Call of Duty.
Yeah, bro. Like, if y'all watch my stream, my name is LA Knight. Yeah, I'm fucking Call of Duty. Like, come on, man. It doesn't get better than that. The dude is literally so over to the point that they got Montez Ford getting booed. If
For
that ain't a
real.
testament, I don't know what is, bro.
Him
They
and Bianca.
dude, yeah, right? Like, holy fuck, man. Hey, LA Knight's great. I hope he fucking wins it all. I love it. I love his cockiness. I love his persona. He's like, fucking Lunar said this the other day, and I've been thinking about it, and I can't stop thinking about it. He said that somebody pointed out to him that LA Knight sounds like Stone Cold,
Go
and
talk
I've
among
like
yourselves for a little.
and I've been fucking hearing it, bro. Wait, what'd you say, Dev? Dev?
Maybe he
Dev's
said
just
he'd be right
gonna-
back.
I don't know,
Maybe,
but
maybe he had to go pee.
who knows? Who knows? But I mean, hey. Moving on to the next topic, favorite entrance theme. Who's your favorite entrance theme?
You go first. You go first. I still have to pick this.
Really?
Bro, I don't know. It's not.
If we talk about songs, honestly, my favorite song it's always a battle between Drew McIntyre's Broken Dreams and Edge's theme. The fucking hype behind Edge's theme is so fucking good. Dude, now that I also think about it, CM Punk's Cult of Personality. Those
I
three are
never
really
liked
good
that
fucking
one.
themes. And I don't know. It's a tie for me on all those three.
Okay, so I have two then. God damn it.
Who?
So my first one, if I have to choose, is gonna be Chris Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down. Hands
Oh.
down, one of the best song in ring. Yeah, just one of the best.
Word.
Second, I go with Randy Orton.
Don't get punted though.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wait,
What?
which era?
Voices
Randy
in my
Orton?
head. Voices
Yeah.
in my head. Yeah.
Now, which era voices in my head, Randy Orton? Because there's punt and no punt.
He's like, I don't know. I'm old, dog.
Oh, don't put me on the spot like that. I know. No punt.
Okay.
All right. What is your favorite theme, Mr. Def?
My favorite theme? Undertaker's Ain't No Grave Gonna Hold My Body Down theme. The one where he had the Johnny Cash theme, where people thought it was gonna be Sting, but it ended up being the Undertaker coming back.
That first return one?
Yeah, where literally he just came into that. It was so great.
Dude, when he came in with that, and then he had that big ass leather jacket, bro. Let me tell you, the way that jacket was moving with his moves, whoo, bitch! I thought somebody was gonna catch a shotgun to the mouth on some Van Helsing thing, bro.
It was so
Sorry.
good. It
It's
felt
good
like a
song.
Western. It literally felt like a Western. I was like, it's so good.
But now, when we talk about entrances, whose entrance gets you? Like, who gets you riled up when they enter the ring with their
Gets
music?
me riled up.
Like, who's your favorite entrance?
I'm gonna have to go with who got me riled up back in the day was Goldberg. Who got me ready?
Wow,
and
you
ready to go.
biased fuck.
I'm sorry. It's who got me really like riled up and wanting to fucking like just be in there with that person is Goldberg.
Okay. I mean, you don't have to explain yourself why, but okay. What about you, Dev?
Mine would have to be American Badass Undertaker when he had the Rollin' theme.
Rolling.
Hell yeah. That was just
Fucking-
great. Literally, you just rocking out as he's going in. You're just like, I don't care how long your fucking entrance is. Let's do this.
Real shit, I'm right there with you, bro. But for me, it's definitely my favorite entrance is the Phenom entrance of the Undertaker. Just that long stretch walk to the ring. I like it when the entrance ties into the gimmick and it just plays so well. And Undertaker's been known throughout his career for the mind game stuff, and that entrance has always been the mind game thing. He walks down, he's like low key staring at his opponent. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
Every time you hear the fucking gong and the fucking lights go out, woo! Their man's coming. You know what I'm saying?
Fun
So, I
fact,
mean-
with that entrance, Meek Mill got sued because he tried using that same entrance as a diss track towards Drake.
Oh, well, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking Christ. All right, moving on. We talked about individual wrestlers. What about tag team, man? Who's your favorite tag team of all time, Def?
My favorite tag team of all time has to be the Hardy Boys. Like 100%, it's always been the Hardy Boys. Me and my brother literally grew up trying to mimic them. Growing up in North Carolina, I literally went to school with one of their quote unquote nieces. Uh, literally, when I was in middle school, we used to hang out, watch TV. Me and my friends used to go to the neighbor's trampoline, do moves on each other. Where I almost became paralyzed because my friend did a pedigree and I landed on top of my head. Um, but it was one of those things
I
where
thought you're dumb.
we were jumping in the air and I landed wrong. But it was one of those things where, like, especially like peak 08 and 09, especially when they were introducing the hot tags in the WWE game, they were
Oh my
on
god.
they were on the cover of one of those games too. If you got the special edition of the game, you got Matt and Jeff Hardy on the cover instead of Triple H and Shawn Michaels. So you had the movement within the controllers, you had all that stuff, and then on top of that, they were just up the street from us. It was dope because they were literally part of our hometown. We had something to root for. We had somebody where we could say, okay, we could actually see these people walking around. I mean, this was a little bit before Jeff Hardy's whole drinking habit, where now, where I'm getting older, I used to work at the mall in Concord, North Carolina, and he got into a car accident right in front of the GameStop that I worked at. But it's just one of those things where, yes, I understand that they're one of the people that helped invent the ladder match, helped invent the TLC match. They're one of the pioneers. They did crazy ass spots. The whole ladder, the 30-foot ladder at WrestleMania, jumping off, doing the Swanton Bomb off the side of a fucking Coliseum. I mean, he had legendary matches too. Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, he's doing his thing too. And they're still doing their thing. I mean, i.e., granted, Jeff Hardy still looks like he's drunk in the middle of the ring when he's trying to fight at Double or Nothing. But it's one of those things where they're still going to be one of my favorites of all time. If I'm going to choose secondary, it's going to be DX. But it's either or, always. It's always going to be one of those two. And if I have to go with a powerhouse, it's going to be Brothers of Destruction.
And that's my motherfucking favorite right there, the Brothers of Destruction, man. I'm a fucking sucker for gimmicks, bro. And their gimmick, them having that whole, probably one of the best stories of all time, the Brothers of Destruction, bro. How they kept that shit up for such a long time was great. Like Kane's debut, then their feud, and how they worked together, and then with Paul Bears and dude, the Brothers of Destruction by far my favorite. I fucking love Mark. I love Glenn. They're fucking great athletes, great storytellers, and yeah, those are my favorites. What about you, Viper?
Dudley Boys all the way.
Team 3D?
Dudley Boys all the way. Every time they would get a table, just to smash somebody through that table was just. I was waiting for it every time they came on TV. All right, who we smashing through the table tonight, guys? Who's gonna be Mae Young again? Nope. Gonna be Stephanie McMahon again? Cool. Kelly? All right, fuck it, let's go.
Devon, get the table.
Yeah.
When they fucking put what's her name, Mae Young to the fucking table.
Shit was crazy. If I had to go with a secondary, Team Hell No.
Team Hell No.
Yeah.
I loved Team Hell No.
Their promos were pretty
stupid.
funny.
It was stupid. The gimmick was funny. It was just the whole comedy scene behind it that you can see actually Kane being somewhat comedic.
Mm-hmm.
It was priceless in my book.
Now let's give a shout out to one of the OG pioneers of the comedy and wrestling, the Rock and Sock Connection. I mean, they were one of the originators of the comedy with the story about your life and all that other shit that was going on during the Attitude Era, where
Motherfucker, our podcast is fucking our brains.
Yeah, for real. Mick Foley just bringing up The Rock's whole entire fucking life, where he's bringing up ex-girlfriends and shit like that. No, that shit's hilarious.
I mean, yeah. Fuck yeah. I mean, if I were to talk, because you guys just said secondary, if I were to say current favorite wrestlers, dude, I don't know why, but the Street Profits are just so entertaining. The Street Profits and Alpha Academy, I love watching them. Every time I hear shoosh, I love it. And then I see, Montez doing his fucking high flyer shit. Those are two tag teams I really love right now. They're really entertaining to fucking watch. Fucking Chad Gable needs he needs a singles run. That
Yeah,
dude's
but he
fucking
also
amazing.
hasn't seen Star Wars, so I don't know how much I could trust him.
He hasn't seen Star Wars. I take that back. You need to go watch Star Wars, Shorty G. I mean Chad Gable. Can't forget about fucking Shorty G.
For real. That and let's not forget about Kurt Angle's son.
Is that really what happened?
What? That the whole entire Shorty G and who was he freaking with? It was supposed to be Kurt Angle's son.
Kurt Angle's son?
Yeah, Kurt Angle's son used to be his tag team partner, quote unquote. It's supposed to be his son, but he ended up getting an injury, but now he's one of the backstage people that's writing all the storylines.
Oh, Jason Jordan?
Yeah, Jason Jordan. Now he's a backstage worker. Now he makes all the storylines. They secretly just said, yeah, fuck you, you're going in the back. And that's it. Like, he's retired. He's done. He's never going to wrestle again.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
They said you were that bad. Please don't step in the fucking ring.
For real.
I mean, the dude had a fucking neck injury, though, so that's kind of why.
Yeah, so did Big E, but you can see Big E actually doing things outside in the world, and he's actually making progress towards coming back into the ring.
I mean, yeah, but you never know the severity of a neck injury. It's a fucking neck injury. I mean, granted, Lita had a neck injury and she came back later on, but look at Edge, he had a neck injury. Stone Cold, but he came back. But look at Edge, he had a neck injury and he didn't fucking come back for a whole decade. Those are different severities. Yeah. I mean, Jordan is young. He may come back. You never know. Whereas he's like fucking, he's in his 30s. There's still time. But yeah.
When he comes back, nobody's going to want him back. They're going to be like, who the hell is this guy?
Or it's like, who the fuck? And then Kurt Angle goes, oh, his fucking son.
No. Just have Conor McGregor come out. Who the fuck is this guy?
And then he walks back inside.
Uh-oh. I think something has happened.
I feel it was a short one. There's not really much going on in the wrestling universe right now. I feel like right now we're in story build up mode.
Yeah, there's technical difficulties right now. Hold on. Okay, now continue.
Okay, but yeah, it's kind of dead right now with like breaking news. There's not much. Okay. Anywho, that was there's not much going on, so we just had to cover that, and then you get to know about ourselves. We're definitely gonna be doing this more on towards the end of the show episode. Talk about ourselves, so you guys get to know us, and figure out where you can poke fun. Like for example, Viper being a biased fuck and always Goldberg.
Oldberg.
I'm gonna bring out Gilbert.
Gilbert is better than Goldberg. What do you mean?
Shove my foot up all your asses.
I shove my foot up all your candy asses.
For real.
Shut up, bitch. We're sharing the same brain, so get the fuck out. Rent's $30.
Pull a Seth Rollins. Hey Viper, you still there? just shit on him 24/7.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast today. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friend, share this with your grandma, with a wrestling fan that you know, share this with your goldfish. I don't know, just put it up to the fucking goldfish bowl and just, right there, let him watch, let him hear. And for those on Spotify, leave a rating, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on our shit show. And yeah, peace, y'all.
Later.